Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Hey, I am back. I've been off YouTube for a while, but I am back. I my job. I got a new job way back in. I forgot when last last year. Yeah, and we've been so busy there, and I've just been busy with my church and this. But I'm back. I'm back, and I wanted to come on today. I'm going to share a journey. I'm on a journey right now. I got to do some things with my health. And so I gotta start a new diet and all that. So let me tell you a little about what's going on. Today is May 21st. I um, I went to the doctor about 2 weeks ago, and they ran a lot of tests. They did the endo, and then they did the endo. I'm talking about the endo, where they go through your throat and they look all in your throat. And then they did the colonoscopy, and so they did that. And when I was in recovery, um, I woke up and I knew some things was wrong. I've had Crohn's disease for over 48 years. I got Crohn's when I was 13, and so I knew something was going on, and I decided to get it checked on. And so they did the X-ray, and I was in recovery. And I asked the lady, "Is everything okay? What did y'all find?" And all I remember is the lady just looking. She said inflammation, and she just had this look on her face. And she said, "You have inflammation." But she looked and she looked, and she would ask her, "Well, where is it?" And she wouldn't tell me. She had a puzzled look on her face. And so I thought, okay, inflammation. And I know Crohn's disease is inflammation of the intestinal tract. So I do know that. But she just had this look on her face that kind of concerned me. And so I laid there to come out of the whatever they had given me to relax me so they could do those. Uh-oh. Sorry. So they could do the x-rays. Um, Let me turn this down. But sorry. Um, as I was coming out of what they sedated me with, um, I asked her again, and then she told me that the doctor would get with me. Um, but they gave us like paperwork of what they actually saw, but they had to do biopsies on it, and they had that they were going to do 7 biopsies on my. 4 of them will be on my colon, and 3 was up in my throat area. And so now 7 biopsies. Yeah, that concerned me a little. But I trust God in everything. But so I went and I had to wait 2 weeks before the results. And so I got the results on Friday. And the 7 biopsies were all no cancer. And so I'm excited about that. It was no cancer. But there are some things that's going to have to happen. The inflammation that they saw, it was Crohn's, and it's all over my body. Um, Inflammation everywhere. I sent my results or whatever to my aunt, and the first thing she said, "You have inflammation everywhere." Um, and I have 2 fistulas. They're concerned about the fistulas because they don't want them to attach themselves to my kidneys and all that. The doctor did say something that had me like, but I wouldn't say anything because I needed her to tell me everything she knew, and I didn't want to, offend her. But she told me I was lucky. Yeah, she used the word lucky. So she said I was lucky, and um, that the fistulas had not attached themselves to my kidneys or any of my other organs. that they catching it in time so it wouldn't have spread it to do harm to those. Um, she see two, but it's a possibility that they may see more. So they're referring me to a surgeon. The surgeon is gonna do a CT scan so he can see if he can see more fistulas, and he needs to see where they're attached, what they're attached to. If they're attached to the lining of my intestines or something else, they're gonna have to do surgery. Um, so of course I'm praying to God that there's no surgery, but I do know that God has me either or. So whatever the outcome, I'm okay. But I'm gonna do a journey right before you guys. I'm gonna start a new diet. They told me a lot of times we ask God for healing to heal our body, and we're doing everything against that healing. You know, I knew I had Crohn's, and I guess dealing with Crohn's for 48 years, you kind of tune out some stuff and you try to live as normal of a life as you can. And so there was things like spicy food and chocolate and sodas and all that stuff that I did. And some of my problem, I created it. Um, some of it is because I chose to eat nothing but spicy food. And so my insides looked really, really bad. They said everything was all red, looked like I had internal bleeding. So my insides looked really, really, really bad. And so she called it lucky. And I said, even God take care of fools. He take care of us when we do foolish things, guys, because when you think about it, I know I have Crohn's, but I was eating food like, even if you don't have Crohn's, just some of this food we shouldn't be putting in our bodies. But me knowing that I had Crohn's disease, um, God take care of foolish people, and He took care of me. So my journey starts now. But June 1st, today is May 21st, but June 1st, I'm going to go cold turkey on some things. I've already started with the no spicy food and the no chocolate. And then June 1st, I'm going to really go into it. So I got to figure out now what to eat and how to get on a better diet um, to help my situation. They're going to have to do infusions, um, Remicade infusion. There's another one. There's a few things out that they treat people with Crohn's disease. So I may have to go in and sit where they send some chemicals in my body, and I sat there for a couple hours. I think I'm not sure if it's 4 hours or 2 hours, but they're gonna do an infusion, and I may have to give myself shots. So it's gonna be a process. But some of it I created because of my eating habits, and so I have to make a change like overnight. And so if you're listening to me, maybe you too have just been eating whatever you want and you know it's killing you. Um, you can go on this journey with me. We can do this thing together. But I'm actually going to record this because I need help from the Lord. And so I'm just going to record it. I'm gonna be showing it on here on my YouTube channel, and we're just gonna do this together. So I want to hear your comments, and I want to hear what you think. And if anybody, in my Sunday school class today, a lady testified, and she shared her testimony, and it was really really good, and it really encouraged me to know that I can do this, and I know I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. I know that, and He's proven Himself. I've seen too much. People say, "No, I heard too much." Listen, I've heard a lot. I knew all about Jesus, but until I started seeing Him in my life, that's when I started believing what I saw, and that's when I know that He's real in my life. And so now I knew about Him, but once I saw Him at work in my life, that's a whole nother story, a whole nother ball game. And I'm excited, things that God is doing in my life, and even with this hiccup, even with this little dent in the road, I'm still excited about what God has done and will be doing in my life. And so we're going to do this journey together. And so I hadn't yet found out what I'm going to call it. So I may have the name on the video once I post it, but we will do this journey. So June 1st, I'm going to start my new diet. No sodas, and that's going to be hard because I love root beer. Love it, love it. I love root beer. I love spicy food. I eat spicy food every day. Every day I eat spicy food. So I love spicy food and I love chocolate. And everything that they told me I can't do is what I love. So, I want to hear from you. Now I know there's going to be many of you come on here and tell me because this is what people would tell you. I know many of you are going to come in here and say, don't claim that sickness and don't claim Crohn's disease and don't claim that. Sometimes people, they don't mean any harm when they say that, but God knows I have Crohn's disease. He's seen, he knows, he's seen the symptoms, he's seen what I've been going through all these years. So I do have Crohn's. And so I can't deny that and walk around and say, I don't have Crohn's, don't claim that. No, I have Crohn's. That is the truth. And when you admit the truth, that's when your healing begins. That's when you will be set free. And so I can't go around saying I don't have Crohn's. I can't go around saying, oh, there's no possibility of surgery because I don't know what God is going to do. When I look at um, the story of Job, Job went through a lot that God allowed. And it wasn't for Job. That was not for Job. And so I just believe God is up to something. And I know that all things work out for the good of God. Yes, I do know that. I know that sometimes what you go through is not for you, it's for some people around you. Sometimes it's for the glorification of God, to glorify God. So I do know that everything, sometimes um, God is using you to bring somebody else in, to point somebody else to Him. And so I do know that. And I guess He been wanting to use me all my life because all my life I've just been so sick with Crohn's. And now at 61, they're talking about a possible surgery, which I do not want again. But hey, whatever's going to happen, it's going to happen. And God has me in His hands. And no matter what they say, God has me in His hands. And so, prayer warriors, if you lift up a prayer for me, but we're going to do this journey. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to let you know how I'm doing with this no sodas, no spicy food. We're going to talk about what type of food. I have a friend that I'm going to bring on, a lady that where I work at, and she knows all this stuff. So I'm probably going to bring her on about what you can eat and all that. But we're going to just do this and see where it goes, okay? So I am ready for this journey with my health. I got to do some things overnight to help the doctors because I asked God for healing, and God is telling me, Angela, what have you been doing? And so we got to do what we need to do because God is working it out. But y'all, we be doing some things, y'all know it. And God be just waiting on us, and we just be doing what we want to do. And I was eating spicy food every day, y'all. I didn't think about it until my manager at work told me. She said, Angela, we will go to Whataburger and you will get a spicy sandwich. And she said, not only did you get the spicy sandwich, you got the spicy ketchup. So she said, you got the spicy ketchup too. And y'all, then I started thinking about my life. I would anything I cooked, I put some type of spicy seasoning on it. um, anywhere we go, I'll ask for a spicy this or a Cajun this. And when they say Cajun, most time it's spicy because that's from Louisiana, and that's why I like it so much because being living in Louisiana, we like all the spicy food, very seasoned food. So um, that's where I get all that from. So y'all, that's my upbringing, and I'm gonna do better. And so please be on my journey with me. Oh, and you know what? I just thought about. I'm just rubbing my hair. This is relaxing to me when I do this here. It relaxes me. So um, it does. It relaxes me rubbing my head. It's But anyway, guys, thanks for listening. Um, this is gonna be a journey, and I'm gonna try to take you all the way through it until they take my next colonoscopy and see the difference. God could, when I get to the surgeon, God could remove those fistulas. He can remove all the inflammation even before we get there. And before we do the other x-rays, God could already be he could be at work right now. And so I don't doubt God. I know that he can do what he want to do, when he want to do it, and how he want to do it. And so I don't doubt God. And so I'm just going to show up and take the x-rays and see what God has for me in my health. And so it could be for the doctors. You never know. Um, that doctor there said what's going on in my body is kind of beyond her scope. So she sent me to somebody else. But I could tell that she knew it was very serious. And so that's why she sent me to a surgeon so he could catch what she didn't see. Um, but even though they're going to see all that and think it's really serious, y'all, um, I just remember the promises of God. And I just remembered in his word, he said, by his stripes we're healed. And so I have to believe that and believe that we're healed on this side as well as the other side. Either way, he do it. Either way he choose to heal me, I win. If he heals me on this earth, I win. If he heals me on the other side, I win. So it's okay. It's okay. Okay. Okay, guys. So I have to go. It's good being back on YouTube, and I'm here to really do YouTube. I've just been so busy, but I'm getting ready to cut out a few things so I can be able to focus on my health. And so I think I added too much stuff to my schedule, and I don't have time to actually get the rest I need. So I'm going to cut out some things in my life so I can do what I need to do regarding my health. And if that's you, put something in the comments and say you need to do that too, and that we are going to do this together. And I want to hear from you. Please comment below. Okay, well, I got to go. I got to go. Bye.